Hello everyone, welcome to the video where we will be finding some of the best new maps for you to warm up, practice, all that kind of stuff, because as you know, in CS2 it's kind of iffy with the workshop maps, like the functionality compared to CSGO, a little bit less and less, and it gets lower and lower. So we will try to find some sweet spot and some hidden gems in the workshop to improve your aiming techniques or warm-up techniques. So let's get into it. And we have prepared also a tier list, which is going to be revealed as we go through the maps, and I will just try to reason my placing of the maps there as we go. So I have prepared a couple of maps, and honestly most of them I haven't known before making this video, and how I found them was by you guys just messaging me either on Instagram or YouTube, and then also I went to the browse of workshop and I sorted by most popular, and I had multiple time periods. I said 1 week first, and I saw the maps that are clearly meant for training. I didn't go for anything else. So for example, SC aim course, aim full training, it clearly indicates me that this is somehow meant to improve you. And then I downloaded a bunch of them, then I went up and then added the filter for 3 months, then I went over those. Obviously I am not adding any pre-fire maps because those are super self-explanatory just from the thumbnail and the name of it. Like, it's just going to be a pre-fire map, but we are going to delve deep into the maps that are maybe not so obvious and they are meant to make you better, and let's see if they actually make you better. Give me 1 second. So this was the highest rated map in the last week and 3 months, so let's take a look. What is the fuss about? Skin Club Aim Challenge. By the way, this video is not sponsored by anyone, so if you see things like this that I'm reviewing a Skin Club map, I'm not sponsored by it. Alright, so we're in the map here, and it's clearly a Skin Club branded map, as the name suggests as well, but let's discover it a little bit more. So it seems like there's some kind of challenge right there. We have Aim Trainer, Spray Trainer, a bunch of nice here. Okay, so for Aim Trainer, I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll try to start it somehow. Oh yeah, so it's just pretty much just shoot the target at a reasonable distance. Just one tap is all you need to do to make another one appear. Definitely not speed up. That was my real pace. So yeah, so Aim Trainer. I personally don't like these things inside CS. I think personally that aim trainers such as Aimlabs or Kovacs are doing much better job because it's just much more customizable. This is just basically shooting static targets at fast speed, which honestly you're not gonna do that much in actual game. In aim trainers you can customize to make it more real. Another thing which I really like, by the way, are the spray trainers. It seems like you have like 4 dividers here, and each of them is meant for a different gun. So we start with an AK. Obviously I'm not warmed up at all, but it doesn't matter. We just go over them. So we have kind of like a baseline of what my scores are. This was pretty bad. I'm not really a Galil user. And I'm not even a FAMAS user, but AK and M4, I'm happy with those. I don't really mind it. I missed only one M4. What I'm missing here is M4A1S though, so that's pretty big deal. Usually people score like, again, pretty high scores on that one because it's super easy to master. I definitely need to work on my Galil and FAMAS. I like that this is there. This is kind of important, and Spray Trainer is always nice to refresh. Even if you're not really going into the map for training your spray, it's always nice to have it around. Okay, and then probably this is like a main part of the map where it's kind of some kind of a course, and let's just see what it's all about. How do I start it though? Hello? I just entered. Okay. Okay, so there are just static bots. Let's see if it changes in the future. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I'm blind. I missed one bad boy there. Okay, they're not shooting back at me, obviously. Knife in the hand, they have no head Kevlar. Pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. I don't know where they're spawning. I don't know if these spawns are random or what's the deal with that. But I like the arrows on the walls that are showing me where to go, because otherwise I would be probably lost. This transitions nicely into Inferno now. Okay, so this is pretty easy. Like, all you have to do really here is just challenge yourself in a time. I personally think that course maps like this are not giving you too much in terms of warm-up and improvement. This is really just a challenge to play with a friend, let's say, okay? So you are trying to beat his time and he's trying to beat your time, that's it. I don't think this should be part of your warm-up routine or aim practice or anything like that. It's, in my opinion, generally a waste of time. You might as well just go for the pre-fire map that we discussed in the beginning of the video. What is this? Oh, this is dust to upper tunnel. Kind of. Those are some weird parts of the map that they're showing me. Usually, when you're going into upper tunnel, that's not where you will have to clear those angles, but they make me. Oh, I forgot about that. So you see, this is very... There's basically no way to punish me, even if I skip angles, if I miss bullets, no one is shooting back at me, no one can kill me. 230, not happy with the time. I don't really know what's the baseline that, but I think you're gonna do better than me. It seems like that's really it. I will try to fly around with a no clip to see if I missed any part of the map which is supposed to be for the warm-up, but this was very underwhelming. Honestly, I didn't like this that much. Only good part about this was the spray trainer, which is super easy and is like common in pretty much all the maps. Aim trainer, I think it's just a gimmick that it's not very effective inside CS, and the course map is not going to make you warmed up. So this was pretty lackluster in my opinion. I don't think this was completely bad, because at least I liked how straightforward it is and it wasn't packed with useless stuff. So I'm just gonna give it into a match tier. I really didn't like it, but it was not like super bad. Okay, next map on the agenda would be, let's say, aim full training. Again, this is something that I've seen on the workshop. I already don't like it that they make me choose what kind of mode I want to play, because I don't know what to choose here to make it work and function properly. CSGO aim full training. So CSGO is kind of outdated, brother, but oh my god, this is actual aim map. This is not even a training map. This just straight up load you into the... Like, there's nothing to set it up even. Dude, this is way too loud as well. Nothing to set it up. This is not a training map, in my opinion. This is just an aim map that you can play with friends, or 2v2 or 4v4, whatever it is, or even on the real server. But this is misleading. This is not training at all. How it got placed so highly. So back to the tier list. Aim full training. Yikes, this is big yikes. Don't download that. Let's move up to something we all know probably. Okay, so let's start with the CS stats map. So this is probably one of the most popular warm-up maps among pro players. You oftentimes see people do warm-up on this map at events or maybe during streams, stuff like that. So it's very straightforward. You don't need to set up anything. Spawns are directly in front of you, and you can start shooting either static targets, or you can make them move. You can make them spawn pretty much everywhere. You can make them rush you, so they kind of like, you have like extra challenge that they cannot really get close too much, otherwise it will reset. It makes you warm up different shooting techniques such as bursting, tapping, and then spray. Okay, stop the rush. Shuffle is basically they go AD, and you have like a natural cover around the map. I personally like this mode the most. I think this is good both for op practice and aim practice. and I obviously need to work on my aim a little bit. Am I gonna kill him? I really need to kill this guy. Bunch of different things. You have challenges here as well. You can turn off the sounds, obviously. Not of the shooting, but I think sounds of the bots. Decals, armor, you can turn it off. Ammo mode, just so you don't have all the bullets. Now you can actually run out of bullets. Guns, pretty straightforward. Honestly, like this is pretty nice, but you also have like a crosshair generator here, which honestly I think is a bad thing to add in any map other than particularly crosshair generator map, just because of this. Like it kind of tilts me that the lineups here, for example, are just not updated. Like you can see in VP, there's still a mirror, for example. In Cloud9 you have Hobbit and you have Perfecto there. It's actually, if you make a crosshair generator map and you do it like this, you have to keep coming back and constantly update it. And first of all, I'm pretty sure like Monte is not using this crosshair anymore, or like it goes both ways. Like maybe Dong is not using this crosshair anymore. You know, like it's a lot of work to make things updated, and even with the lineups they fail to do so. So in my opinion, better don't do it than do it. That's why I think I will pull this map into pretty good tier. I think this is pretty good map to both warm up on and then do some aim drills as well. Again, csstats.gg, I'm not sponsored by this, but they made a good map. What can I say? Another map we can take a look on is... let's see, aim training reflex. I've never been on this map again. Let's take a look. Okay, so we're in the map. Again, you can choose the weapon right from the get-go, from the beginning. All right, so it seems like... What is this? This is infinite ammo enabled, headshot only enabled, Kevlar enabled, yes. And then I think I can add bots here. Show impacts. Like, it's kind of... You see, like, I have to click on every kind of thing to understand what the hell it is. Like Kevlar plus helmet, like this is pretty obvious, but I wouldn't be sure what I means. Or W, wall up, it gives me like a wall to keep the crosshair at the headshot level. So I need to add a couple of bots here, I guess, but they're not even showing here. They're showing here instead. Okay, let's move here, I guess. So let's make a wall down. This is pretty easy. Static bots, you can't make them move, at least here, but clearly we can go forward. Like bots run straight enabled, bots maneuver around objects. The problem is like the bots are not here. I don't know what the frick is going on, honestly. Like it seems like a bug or something. Let's move forward. Okay, here they actually do appear, but they're not moving towards me, where I think they should be. Track 1. And it kicks all the bots. Track 2. The bots are just not moving towards me. Like, did I do something wrong? They are not even here. Dude, this map sucks. I don't even want to go further. It clearly has some more features, but... It clearly has some more features, but this is yikes. Even the name suggests that there's something bad going on here, and yes, it goes straight into yikes mode. All right, let's go into 5eplay.com. I like the thumbnail here. We have right from the get-go as we spawn, we can already start warming up. It seems similarly to CS stats. This is always good. If you want to jump straight into the warm-up and don't have time, you're not wasting any of that. Here you can again choose the weapons, pretty straightforward. Okay, so the warm-up seems like... I'm not sure, but this might be a Chinese text. Under it you have English translation. So restart map, you can add bots, shuffle mode. Probably they're gonna strafe around. Oh my god, I liked how it all appeared. That was pretty sick. Okay, I kind of want to enable Kevlars here. Where do I do that? Here. Both do move. Let's see. Oh, they can They only crouch. I was thinking that they're gonna just crouch randomly. Both freeze, we don't want them to freeze. You have some kind of benchmark here that you can challenge yourself or your teammates or friends, whatever. Rush mode, they're just gonna rush at you, I guess. Without any objects around. Yep. Straightforward. I think this is like, again, like this is like pretty easy way to set it up. But here are some more stuff. So we have warm-up training, recoil training, peak training, hold training, reflection test, aim training, perceive test, and coming soon. So recoil training, I think pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna do it here again, but this is pretty nice. I think every warm-up map should have this. Hold training. What is hold training? Oh, you are just... Okay. You can make it more narrow, I think. Oh, I can make it more narrow. So you can like kind of train your reflexes here. Maybe mimic like a Dust 2 door scenario where if you're failing the shot with an op. Let's make it even harder. Can I even shoot this? I mean, I'm using a sound a little bit. I have like... Okay, I need to aim at the middle because I don't know where they're coming from. Okay, this is maybe a little bit too hard. Yeah, this is much more doable for me. Yep, I'm not an oper, but this gets the job done. This is pretty interesting. We've never seen that before. Maybe you can do it from up here to mimic like a Dust 2 more. Yeah, you can do it, but I'm not fast enough, boys. I got him. Okay, let's move on to something else. So this was a hold training, recoil training we tested, warm-up training, I think... Oh yeah, I know this one. I saw this on some random TikTok, I think, and this is... I didn't know it's part of this map, so... Basically what you do here is that you start and you give like an inclination where the CT or the opponent will peek from by the arrows up there. So it's either left or right and then up or down. What this really is good at, in my opinion, is training counter strafes, because you need to make sure that you fully stop before you immediately peek the opponent, which is still in some kind of movement, okay? So it's not only about counter strafing, but it's also about adjusting and making sure that you flick at the opponent correctly. I like this. I like this. This is pretty original, I would say. I think this is something that I've never seen before. As I said, I saw it randomly on TikTok and I kind of liked it, but I didn't know where it is from. But now I know. Reflection test. Shoot to start. I'm not sure what reflection. Oh, yeah, it's just a reflex, basically. Wait for the green. You're gonna shoot it once, and it will give you reaction time. And you did 10 times, and it will give you like an average reaction time. I'll just speed this up for you so you have kind of baseline of what my reaction time actually is. So my reaction time was 2.09, a little bit above 200 ms, I'm sorry. Not that great, but again, what can you do if you don't warm up? Perceive test is probably the last one. And this might be like a sound thingy. Not really sure how it works. How do I start it? Oh, I have to go up here. No, start here. Oh, I have a... So I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I actually have a sound cue coming directly out of the model of the CT, and I need to just kind of, based on my sound, assess where he is exactly. I have a time limit for that as well, so I cannot just... A little bit iffy. I would need to really focus on this one and maybe turn up my volume a little bit, but... Perceive test, I don't personally think this is any useful in these kind of scenarios, but all of these others are actually pretty freaking nice. I really like them. Reflection test, which is basically reflex. Not that much when you have a hold training in, because that's where you can actually train your reflexes a little bit. But all in all, this is pretty freaking good map in my opinion. A lot of features. Performance is pretty good as well for me personally. You have some kind of settings that you can change here. You can also have a crosshair generator. I said that that is completely not needed in these kind of scenarios and maps, but there's a lot of features, and they're really easy to understand, considering half of the text is written in Chinese. That is impressive. I'm honestly thinking this is the best map we've seen today, and that's why it deserves its sick map tier for the first time. Okay, let's move on to Logitech G map. I keep mentioning this, but I have to. Not sponsored by them, but they were one of the highest rated. Okay, so we load up the map. We are in some kind of lobby. Logitech G Australis probably partnered up. Oh my god, is that really it? Is it just a course training? It was described as a map that you want to improve. Did I miss some bot again? Of course I did. So it maybe is just a course map, and I'm actually running out of bullets as well. This is pretty annoying to do on the course maps. Oh, you actually get teleported after you clear. So it's not like one continuation. You actually get a different gun, which I don't mind at all, instead of doing it purely with AK. But I hate it that your ammo is running out and you have to kind of, you see, kind of like reload during your course. And this is just run and gun at this point. Spray me, okay. Okay, we have multiple weapons to spray him. Pretty short distance as well. I hope my Galil was better there. Okay, AK 100%, M4A1 95, M4A4 96, Galil 80, FAMAS 88. Okay, improved from the previous one. We have some KZ challenge here as well. I'm not a fan of these things on the warm-up maps, but this is not a clearly warm-up map. Oopsies. This is clearly not a warm-up map. This is just a challenge. This is just like a course map. And I failed it. And this text is so small I can't even see it. This mode aims to test both your reflection time and your ability to quickly adjust your aim. I didn't even have a chance to read it. Once the game starts, the screen will fade to black, and after a short time, a target will spawn and the random sound will play from its origin. Okay, we know what this is, but I can barely read this text. It's so small. I can't even be bothered. Like, just get me through this. Like, how do I start this? Oh my god, how am I supposed to read this now? Each time you shoot or hit it, like I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. This is the last part anyway, so I'm disconnecting and I'm giving it the tier that it really deserves. And you all know what it is. This is yikes. Just delete this. Like, this is so bad. Like, it's so not optimized. Aimbots, I guess. We all know what the shizzle here is with the aimbots. It's the most popular workshop map by far when it comes to warm-up, when it comes to what pro players do before the game, before their Face-It games on stream. Like, everyone has been part, who is serious about CS, everyone has loaded up aimbots at least once in their lives. And that's why we're not going to spend too much time on this map. I like how, again, it's pretty self-explanatory. Everything is basically divided in like this area of the map where you can just set up really anything, and it's really clear what each of these buttons do, or most of them. I don't know what Ring of Death is, for example, but that doesn't matter. And yeah, you just are presented with a spawns immediately, so you can start shooting immediately, and I like that. It's a lot of different techniques you can apply. You can just make sure that only one part of the bot spawns, so you don't have to like turn around constantly. This is probably the most used warm-up routine for probably 90% of the pro players, and therefore, since everyone copies them, it's probably 90% of the whole player base. And yeah, It's pretty straightforward. I think this map definitely does miss some things, but I think for its straightforwardness and simplicity, it's the common choice amongst huge part of the player base. And that's why I'm giving it a pretty good... I don't think this deserves a sick map tier. I think it's one of the best maps, but still, it's nowhere close what we've seen on 5e play map. Last map in the agenda is CS2 aim. Again, we're spawning right away. We can shoot around. Beautiful. And it looks simple. It looks simple. You have this part of the menu. You just choose your weapons, whatever you want to warm up on. And then you have some kind of game modes, restarting map if you have lags or whatever. So you just shoot it and it will restart itself. And then some user settings on the left. So pretty straightforward. Again, uneven round, bold look, instant respawn, AD spam. So they will just go like this. So it's a little bit... You're basically not shooting just static bots, but you have to adjust with your aim. Then you have walking, running, and sprinting. So 3 different speeds of just them going left and right. Front, middle, and far back spawns. I personally don't like to warm up with the option to far and back spawns because they're so far usually. AK, it becomes actually RNG, even if you're dead center at their head, at someone, let's say... Okay, so for example, on this distance, okay? So even if I'm dead center on that terrorist right there, it's RNG. And therefore, I don't feel like I'm really aiming, like practicing my aim or warming up my aim because it can easily miss. Okay, it didn't miss, but it's because RNG wasn't my favor. Here, it didn't miss either. Okay, it's actually not missing too much, but... Okay, I'm dead center on this guy's head, and I still missed. My tracer went up here somewhere, so you see what I mean. Yeah, straightforward, very simple. Probably that's what the map was all about, and I personally like it. I will link all these in the description down below so you can test them yourself. I actually remember when I was downloading this map, I will go to workshop real quick. CS2 aim, right? It was. So when I was downloading, I noticed the name of it, and CS2 aim, a feature-rich yet lightweight warm-up map, and I think this is exactly what it is. I like how they're not trying to squeeze or pack everything into the map and make it overwhelming. It even says in the name of the map that it's lightweight warm-up map, very easy to digest and understand and just get your warm-up in. So I like how they just kind of admitted from the get-go, so you are not getting your hopes up too much. And that's what I like about this. So this is the last map in our tier list, and I think it's pretty good. I think it's somewhere between meh and pretty good tier, honestly. I wouldn't consider it as a superior to aimbots or CS stats, but at the same time, I feel like I'm being dishonest if I'm putting it too low. So it's like high meh tier or lower pretty good tier. I think it gets the job done for what it's worth. And yeah, so as I said, all these maps are in the description down below if you want to test them yourself. If you have different opinions on that, let me know. And also if you have some other map that I didn't go over and it's your favorite to warm up on, please let me know. And I'm keen to try it out either on stream or just individually. And yeah, maybe we will do another tier list of maps that you guys send me. And I hope this was helpful. And definitely 5e play or 5e_aim hub is going to be my go-to map from now on to warm up on, because I think it's just much better and much more versatile compared to aimbots or CS stats, which I usually use right now. So I'm glad I did the video. I learned something new, and well, thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Huge shout out to my Ko-fi members for your continual support so I can make videos like this for you. And you should be seeing their names on the screen right now, and if you want to appear here too, please do check my Ko-fi page where you can gain tons of cool and exclusive perks at various tiers of membership. And when I say cool and exclusive, I truly mean it. Go check it out, it's worth it, I promise. Thank you for making my content better and possible.